Hello everybody. Well, I've discovered what appears to, I haven't been up here yet, but I've discovered what appears to be a whole string of deserted structures. Let's take a look, shall we, together. First, let's look over here. You might miss these if you just didn't go slowly. These are abandoned roof tiles. A common sight out in the mountains. Look at this. Wow. Whole structure. This stream appears to have been tamed at one point, but no longer. This is a common sight in the mountains here. Bottom of a tram structure that goes up to the mountains. This big wheel here would have turned a pulley that would have. You can still see the pulleys. I mean the wires are still there. See the wires going up to a wasp farm up there somewhere. Lots and lots of abandoned stuff. Here's an abandoned shed. Look at the mud and bamboo slats there on the inside. Isn't that interesting? Common manufacturing technique in the Showa period and before. Lots of abandoned stuff over here. This is great. I can be right on the road and right next to these. I don't have to trespass at all to get in. This is a farm road. Quite fine here. This whole structure here is completely collapsed. There's all kinds of farm goodies and goodness in there. There's an old basin or something. I don't know. An old, maybe, I don't know just what that is. A mechanical device. Take a look at this structure here. It's got a nice little roof area there. Here's the door. It's still locked. It's got a nice bolt on it. Alpha. If you're going to have a lock, I guess you want the alpha best, right? Here's some farmer's cap. An original Shimizu. We are in the city of Shimizu. Here's little farm boxes. Those are for crates used to store farm stuff. Some various things. Maybe there's some tools in there as well. What's in this box? I don't know. Can't quite see. What is that? I don't know, old file or something, huh? Tool. More stuff up here. Just piles and piles of farm debris. The old ventilator up there. There's an old farm trail leading up probably to a farm, an abandoned tram, a putt-putt motorized thing that would have gone up. It's trees growing up. That tree is grown there. I mean, it's been decades since any tram could have gone up that trail. That's abandoned. I see more interesting things up here. There used to be a gate here. The gate's no longer. Maybe an abandoned orchard. Don't know. Not oranges. It's orange season now. This looks like a little more than a farm shed, doesn't it? It's got an older lock on there. Let's get our nice zoom. Old style lock. Windows are broken. Look at these. There's this abandoned van. Farmer's van. Certainly seen better days. This is an Every. Isn't that a Suzuki? The Suzuki Every. Can't really see anything inside. Stick shift. Farmers like the stick shift. There's a special license in Japan to drive a stick shift. This chair back there. Chair looks like a couple chairs. Look, they're still in pretty good shape. Abandoned vehicle there. Here's an orchard. It's collapsed in on itself. Collapsed orchard. An abandoned desk. Look at that. There's drawers in it. Must have been set out here. This orchard's no longer being used in any capacity. Pipes sticking out. Wow, look up here. Two roads diverge in the wood. And I chose the most decrepit one. And that has made all the difference for the Abandoned Japan channel. Look at that. This building over here, old farm shed. The roof has collapsed. And there's a tree growing out of the top there. So the roof has collapsed in on itself. Those old ceramic tiles are quite heavy and they don't last. And sometimes I'll find just buildings that are completely gone. The wooden structures are all gone. And all that remains is just the tiles in a heap on the forest floor. What a narrow little road, a farm road. This is the world of rural Japan now. Oh, look at that, look at that. I would have walked right past and missed that. There's a trail, a paved trail, an abandoned trail. Look at that. See that? That's the pavement. There's a trail, there's a farm road up there somewhere. Here's the entrance, there's some little stairs. Farmer would have come up here, put their foot up here, it's all grown over, and walked up a trail. There's an abandoned farm up there somewhere. Wow. And as I was starting to say, this is the new face of rural Japan. It's an old story I repeat over and over on all of my channels, as the young generations give up the way of the agricultural way of life, and leave it to the few oldsters who remain. Every year there are fewer of them, and they can't take care of anymore. There's a retaining wall up there. See that? The terrace is up there. Every year there are fewer of them, and just all kind of goes away. Well, friends, I don't see much else up here. I imagine that there are more farms up here. That's probably about it. Let's just go up here around this corner a little further, see if there's anything we can find. Pretty nice, though. We found several abandoned structures, abandoned vehicle, several paths to abandoned farms, miscellaneous abandoned items. Aha, one more shed. Okay, let's take a look at this. Sometimes these places were more like houses. Wow, this is not a place I'd want to come in the spring or summer. These are cedar trees, and the pollen from them is quite difficult for people who are allergic like I am. Look at that. The structure appears to be fairly well intact, although it doesn't look like here's the access ramp. It doesn't look like anybody's been coming up here for quite a while. Oh, there's another one back there. See that? Wooden structure up there. And the road continues. I imagine we just find structure after structure if we continue our way up. This big door, unless it has a ramp across here to pass things up to the second floor. Probably where the farmers stored their goodies. We'll just go up here and peek up here. Call it quits. Phew. There's a drain pipe. Okay, it looks like a pavement. See that? Up to a further farm, further up, or maybe just up to that shed. Look at that big rocks being used as the foundation stones for that. Okay. Thanks for dropping by and having a look, people. People? Is it bad manners to call people people? I don't know. Thanks for dropping by to have a look. Oh, sentient beings. Have a great day. Bye-bye.